Hello, Ghosties. This is Pheno, and today we're back with some more Duelyst. And it's a 2-hour episode. It's Friday. I'm recording this fairly in advance, to be perfectly honest with you guys, due to it being Monster Hunter World's release week. And as you're watching this, I am probably sitting on my couch playing that game. But I wanted to make sure that I got this content out for you guys. You guys seem to really enjoy the 2-hour episodes. So I really wanted to make it as if I wasn't gone at all this week. And so far, it's the end of the week, and I think it was a success. So let's dive right on in. For the 2-hour episode, we have decks to play. We got a Golem deck that I put together. We're going to see how well it works. It is Vitruvian. So we're going to play that for a few matches. We are then going to potentially dive in and play a little bit more of our rep deck. And then we're going to see what we get for a quest for the end of the video in about an hour. And yeah, we're going to try to knock out the quest at the end of the video. So if not, I might not do the quest. I don't know. It'll depend on what I feel like doing. Right now, I feel like giving this a go. I have not played this deck. I put it together, I don't know, a couple days ago, and mentioned on Wednesday's episode that I wanted to give it a go. So we're going to. That's really what it comes down to. We're going to see what we can make happen. I haven't done a lot of content with Vitruvian here on the channel. It's one of the better factions, I think. At least I've always been pummeled by it. Very early on, it was one of the hardest factions for me to go up against. Consistently just would crush me. Like, every time I ran up against a Vitruvian player, I was like, game's over. It was just not cool. However, as time has gone on, and we now have entered a new, I don't know, shift in the meta for cards, I feel like not quite as tough of an opponent anymore. So we are running packs. I know some of you guys in the comment box below don't like battle pets, and you guys definitely don't like packs. But he made sense, so I did decide to run him. We've also got Feralu for just buffs for tribal minions, so it's gonna be pretty good. So we're gonna replace. He's so nice. We're gonna replace him ever. Destroy a random artifact on the enemy general. All right, so we're gonna go for the totally cliche packs opening turn with our Vitruvian player. Let's just see what we can make happen. We do have Golem Metallurgist, which we can drop next turn, followed by Dream Shaper. So we've got some nice plays, potentially. We're going to see what Pax does as well. What you up to, buddy? I feel like something that would be really cool to introduce into this type of game is an armor mechanic. Similar to, I know Hearthstone does it, and actually quite a few card games have a form of armor or defense that you apply to your general or your hero. It would be really cool to implement something like that in this game as well. Maybe in a future expansion. It would be a cool mechanic to be able to see generals get stronger throughout a game. All right, so I'm going to do this, and then we're going to, I don't have to be nearby, do I? So if we do that, we don't get the ability to remove it, which is the downside. I don't think we can remove it. It's going to come back to life no matter what we do. Removing it as a threat could be the better play. But also, all right, so kind of panicked there, I'm not going to lie, as the clock started to run down. I 110% began to panic. We do have the Golem Metallurgist on the board, though, along with Dream Shaper, which is going to give us some nice card draw. Or did give us some nice card draw. He's obviously going to go for the Golem. That would be the more practical play, but we'll see what he does actually end up doing. All right, so now we have a nice Falcius turn. Ugh. All right, so we still don't have enough mana to get rid of this. Well, actually we do. We're just not thinking about it correctly. So let's think about it correctly. Move him in. Buff him. And then play this here. Punch this. Kill the egg. Wreck that. And then wrap up our turn with this. Which puts us back on a fairly even footing. It's still quite early, but we do have double Falcius in our hand. It's a good play. It's nice and far away. It's going to make it hard for me to reach it, especially in a deck without any form of rush. Double Ripper. All right. So we certainly don't need him right now. That gives us 3 mana. Let's do... I don't need the Falcius. The Rippers are going to be bothersome, though, and that's my concern. Buff him up. Really not a great turn. We'll see what we can do against the Rippers. The Rippers wouldn't be bad if they didn't have Rebirth. Because of their Rebirth, it makes them a potentially threatening enemy. That also is awful. All right. Pretty sure we are at the point of the game where we start saying GG. I don't see... I don't see a way that we can get out of this at all. Zorako could be a nice play. But if he has any form of health, yeah, he's got it. Probably another War Beast would be my guess. Or that. Well played. I've never seen anybody run that card. It's a pretty good card. So I'm not really feeling the Golem deck. I feel like one Gyo is not enough to judge the deck. I didn't build this deck. I did kind of snipe it from the wonderful internet. Hello, Piercing, if you're watching. I did snipe it from the internet, the wonderful, wonderful internet. So I wasn't sure. If you guys have any good Vetruvian deck recommendations, feel free to shoot that my way. I don't know if this is going to be successful or if we were just up against a better opponent. What is up with Magmar tonight? Let's see. It could just be this particular deck does not do well against particular factions. I have seen... Holy crap! We are up against a player unlike anything we've seen. That is insane. Guy has like 50 wins. Maybe he'll go gentle on me. Pheno said, hoping. I'm assuming that Dragon Lunch maybe is known. If you guys know who Dragon Lunch is, please feel free to let me know down in the comment box below. He's got a lot of wins. Somebody's got to have heard of him. Well, cheese cracker. Well, that's definitely not helpful. Having this is going to be good. Most likely up against some form of an artifact deck. I don't want to drop a minion, though. I just feel like it's a waste to drop any minion there. He's also probably playing a similar Vath deck to what we actually ran last week, what we're going to play later. All right. Sitting on 3 mana. Grab a little bit of card draw. Definitely don't need 2 of those in our hand. I just wanted him to be able to trade with our friend the general here, or at least kind of entice him to potentially use his Bloodbound. My guess is we're going to see him drop the card, I don't even know, Drogarth, I think's his name, where his general gains double attack on turn of trigger. That'd be my guess. There it is. Called it. 100%. Come on, guys. You gotta be a little impressed with that one. Pax, you're gonna chill out down there for a little while, I think. Alright, so... keep our hand as is. I don't want to trade him. He's not currently the weakest minion on the board. So he has to deal with Pax in order to play that card. I'm starting to know what cards to expect. I just don't know the name of all of the cards that I'm expecting. We're getting there. All right. It's a nice little target for Blood of Air, I think. Nobody's got time for that. And then we're going to start getting out of here. And then we'll keep the wall in between us. Let's drop an additional dude here. Or completely and totally behind us. That's also what could happen. I'm not 100% sure how this card works, and I honestly don't understand why he was included in this build of the deck. I feel like there's probably better cards. And I don't know why he's worded the way he's worded either. Friendly minions from any tribe. Just say all friendly minions get +1/+1. Every card has some sort of tribe or affinity, I suppose. Unless a tribe is only Golem, and minion doesn't count. I'm honestly not sure. Either way, I think this is a card that could potentially be cut. Oh, dude, you really don't need more health. But he is playing a very similar version of our Vath deck, recommended last week by Rep. Hope you don't mind me calling you Rep, by the way. Alright, so you are probably the worst card currently in our hand. You can go up. We will move you down here. We're currently sitting on a boatload of mana. So let's drop him here. Drop him here. Get a little bit of card draw. Drop Pax right here. I'm expecting a board clear. He's got to have a Plasma Storm. I'm pretty sure that's the name of the card. If he has the Plasma Storm, I'm in trouble anyway, so we might as well play the cards as we get them. Make us look really big and intimidating, and watch him Plasma Storm and nuke my entire board. Or do that, which will in turn give him lethal. Well played. So, I'm not a fan of the deck. I don't think it's fully the deck's fault. I think some of it does come down to me and the way that I am playing the deck. But I'm not a fan of the deck at all. And it is making us lose our ladder climb, and that is bumming me out. So, we're gonna join the Magmar fun, and we're gonna rock some Vath. It's one of the things that I've noticed is if I want to start playing new, fun, and creative decks, or play recommended decks where the game only has a ladder mode, it makes it a lot harder for me to just do an episode where I want to play for a long period of time, maybe a deck that isn't super great, but I want to experiment. It's kind of the downside of not having a free-for-all mode and only designing your gameplay around ladder. It's kind of a reason why I know they're planning on removing a set of cards from constructed play, similar to what most card games do when they hit a certain threshold for cards. Otherwise, power creep can start being a thing, and your game can just get completely and totally insane. In order to kind of balance that and introduce new cards, one of the best things to do is remove old kits and add new kits. This game is getting to that point. I do believe they're planning on doing it soon, with a new expansion coming out shortly. I don't know when. This is an awful starting hand, by the way. Absolutely atrocious. Like, it's just so bad. I don't know if I drop a minion or not. If we don't drop a minion, we immediately start this game at a disadvantage. Here you go. Have some health. It's my little olive branch for please don't destroy me. Oh, he zigged. Damn it. He's got some form of removal. Gotatsu, okay. Not as awful as I was personally expecting. What is the worst card currently in my hand? Probably this. I'll carry my hand. I won't reply. Oh, we should have replaced that apparently. I really want him to do it wrong. Oh, he's just going straight up face. All right, what do we got? Your general gains +1 attack. Spells you cast deal that damage. +1 damage. Okay. So I say we remove this. Just get that out of here. Let's replace this. Definitely didn't need that. So, I'm expecting some sort of spell-focused deck. This screams, I'm going to pummel you with spells. So I'm expecting a lot of spells. We have we're in a fairly good spot where we can remove minions, we can heal. There he goes. So he's gonna try to whittle me down very aggressively and very quickly. Let's replace Juggernaut for right now. Let's just, I guess, do this. Then we're currently sitting on 5 mana, which makes him a very aggressive play. Oh, I messed that up. We messed it up, guys. That's fine. It's a mistake. I probably should have dropped the force field guy. Does he only hit minions? Deal 5 damage closest enemy. Alright, so if we can keep him cornered. My concern is as he scales mana, and now the fact that he can pop a 2-cost Phoenix Fire pretty much every turn or every other turn for 4 damage. He's going to have a pretty consistent stream of... Damn, Panda. Yeah, so he's gonna... Yep. Okay. So... I think we're getting to the point where we need to heal. And then remove Panda. I've run into way too many games where Panda causes problems. And then we're going to smash his artifact. And end our turn. Damn, Panda! Okay. Yeah, he's just going for the whittle. He's gonna try whittling me down from a distance. Let's replace him. So that was risky, because if he has Spiral Technique, we lose. Would have lost anyway, because he could have done the same thing. We were in that spot. I knew that's what he was up to. I'm not really thrilled that we're kicking off today with 3 freaking losses in a row. We're only 30 minutes in, and we've lost every game. It's not great. Help. 146. Well done, sir. You came up with the most creative name I've seen yet. That is for sure. Wow. Oh my god, I'm so out of my league right now. I picked the wrong night to record. This whole week has just been awful. It's been really bad. Oh, man. Last week was so good, and this week has just been utter garbage. Playing up against another opponent with over 20 wins, or 2,000 wins. It puts us in a huge disadvantage, not even having the amount of experience that a player like this has. Does he not realize he goes first? Come on, buddy. As I'm saying how much experience he has. Do you even know you go first? Go! Buildings. Interesting. Let's replace this bad boy. I'm gonna hold on to him. I don't see a reason to play him currently. Biomedic Hulk. Come out in 2 more turns. We have a form of removal. We can make him attack himself. But a lot can happen before then, so we'll see. That's an incredibly terrifying card. That I can't reach currently. I guess there's really no reason to try to snag that. All right. So that's going to allow us to remove that from play. He's not in a great position because of the fact that we have the force fields. Double Sunsteel is pretty powerful. And the fact that we could actually drop, theoretically, an additional Sunsteel. So he's going to go in and kill one. Which is smart. He does, in fact, remove one from play. We're going to remove that. We're going to waltz right on over here. We're going to do this. And then we're going to drop another Sunsteel. And then replace him. And end our turn. Puts us in a fantastic spot currently. We can survive a Plasma Storm because all of our minions are stronger. Natural selection is always a bummer. It's always run. It's a pretty expected card in pretty much every circumstance when playing against Magmar. All right. Let's replace this. Ooh, that's good, but I don't want to drop it right now. I know we don't get the effect, but I couldn't get to him. He did manage to scurry away quite well. Speaking of very lucky. Let's replace the Plasma Storm. We do have enough to proc that, actually. So let's do this. Deal 5 damage. We'll see what else he can do. He's countered pretty much everything, and he has a substantially better hand card-wise than we currently do. But he's still got options. He's got an armada of himself. Look at that. He's gonna trade into my armada, isn't he? Is he gonna trade into my armada? What? Did he just... He almost gave me lethal. I have lethal. I can kill him. I'm overthinking this. He's dead. We have lethal. It's overthinking it. We did that. We just took down a player with over 2,000 victories. Feel pretty good about that, actually. We're coming back. We're coming back with the wins. All thanks to the rep deck. Yes! Alright, Songhai. Let's do this. Alright, what does he have for wins? 2,500. He's an S rank. What kind of fair-ass shit is this? Matchmaking, what is going on? S-rank division, and you're throwing me up against him. What is up with that? Ugh. That is ridiculous. Why is that happening? Why? Why is that happening? That boggles my mind. We're up against an S-rank player right now. Rep, you weren't kidding down in the comment box below when you said last week that the competition is going to start getting brutal. You were not joking at all. I don't know if that was the right play. It felt pretty good. I feel like I have to, like, start really thinking outside of, like, the box for, like, a conventional play. Now that we are currently fighting against an S-rank player. It's, like, nerve-wracking to be playing against. Like, why is a gold 9 being put up against an S-rank 20? I'm assuming S-rank is, or S20 is the lowest of the S-rank tier, but at least make it a diamond player. Like, what's going on here? Huh. Huh. Okay. Let's do that. Do we do that? I think that's the right play. We'll see. Let's replace... Let's replace this. And then drop him. Give ourselves a little bit of protection from the backstab. There's the War Beast coming out on turn 6, which is the perfect time to draw the War Beast. It would feel really good to be able to take down an S-rank player. I don't think that's something we've ever done. And I feel like we've set his deck back enough currently, comparatively to where it might have been, like what he needed to have happen. There's the Phoenix Fire. Interesting. So he's definitely going to move him behind me. Oh, he's got the Ripper Egg. Could still move him behind me. What? We did it! Guys! We took down an S-rank player. That felt really good. 100%. That felt legitimately good. Ooh. That was great. Started off incredibly rough, but we're coming back. We're coming back! DRT roll derp. Dirt roll derp? Dirty? Dart roll derp. I don't know. He's from silver. Could still lose. Still very likely that we will. Pretty good starting hand, though. There's actually nothing in it that I'd like to replace. I feel pretty good about our current hand. I feel like a very quick turn 1, if like you go first and you're able to just throw down your play. I feel personally it's an intimidating move to see the other player successfully do their turn that quickly. Hello. Stupid battle pet. So we're most likely up against a creep deck. That was interesting. To say the least. At least I found it rather interesting. Very early play Lava Slashers is incredibly powerful. This card is so powerful. And he knows that because he is panicking. I say we ninja this. We've got double War Beast in our hand. See, he's in the exact position that I was just in, where he was put up against a gold player in Silver Division. I feel like the matchmaking might be a little wonky. I understand when a game needs to put two people together and queue times are taking a little longer, that sometimes you have to force together players. Destroy an enemy minion on Shadow Creep. He has Rebirth, though. And you didn't attack it. Oh, there's Creep there, though. What triggers first, egg or Creep? Or did he just successfully take out both of my eggs? He did! Whoa! Well played, sir. Well played. Let's hold on to the war. Ooh. Yes. Rawr. So that puts us in a fantastic spot for lethal next turn. We'll go into the turn with 7 mana. We have an additional drop of the Rush card, and we can proc some damage onto our General. We'll see what he does. A little bit of heal, obviously, will throw a bit of an issue in with that, but... Alright, so he's going to go the route of, get away from me, which is fine. By doing that, he actually... We'll trade this, which now makes this the weakest on the board. We'll give him the well played. We don't need to do that. We'll just finish him off, and we will move on with our sweet selves. That was a good match. That was a nice, quick match. I really do like this deck. Ooh, what do we get? Yes, new General. Anybody who has a deck recommendation for this General, please leave it down in the box below, because I have been wrecked. I have seen fantastic decks with this General, and I think it would be a blast to play one. So anybody who's got one, toss it down below, and I'll give it a go. Wonderful. Are we currently sitting on quests yet? We are not. We have 9 more minutes before the quests are available. Let's dive back on into the latter. So something I've been thinking about doing again, but I'm like really scared to do, is Gauntlet. One of the things that I did early on this channel that very few of you watching this probably remember or want to remember is me trying to play Gauntlet. It never goes well. It is literally throwing away 150 gold every time. Okay, so we are against a gold division player with 700 wins with Vitruvian versus little old us. Definitely don't need 2 plasma storms. Probably don't need any plasma storms. Let's just get rid of both the plasma storms. Oh, that is an awful starting hand. It's bad. Primarily because with this current hand, we have nothing that we are able to play on turn 1. Maybe we'll get lucky. I expect packs to come out. That would be what I expect. I expect packs to go right down. Recombobulus, what? Teleport any minion 1 space randomly. Interesting. Huh. Huh. Okay, okay. I get you. I get you. Yes, we got a card. All right, so that was my big concern, was rolling out of turn 1 with nothing. We're pretty set for hand-wise. We got a lot of power in our hand, which is going to be great. I would love to find the Golem the Golem nerf cost card. I'd love to get one of them in our hand. It'll make everything better. I still don't understand why Sunsteel Defender is not a Golem. I feel like this card should in fact be a Golem. But for balance reasons, I understand. Pertaining to the Golem, Metallurgist, that card. I really want this mana. Rawr. It's gonna turn into an egg, yo. He's just gonna turn into an egg. You can't get him down. You can't take him down. Nope. You were determined. You burnt that card on an egg? What? Hello, I am Sunsteel. Nice to meet you. See, this is a card that is just powerful. It's just a stellar card. Because no matter what you're running in your deck, it is a hard card to remove. You need to either silence it, and run a minion in, or you need to run a minion in, general in. You need to have some sort of a trade perspective with the minion, pretty much no matter what, in order to successfully remove it. It's just a legitimately powerful minion. So unless he's got a buff, I don't understand why he did that. What was the point of moving it? That's the part I don't understand. Why did he move it? I don't know. I don't freaking know. Why did he move it? Is he just messing with me? I don't know. If he is just messing with me, props to him, but... we can kiss his board goodbye successfully with no problem. We have, again, a lot of power currently in our hand. We're going to roll right on in with that. And all in all, it looks like we're going in for a victory as of right now. I've seen some crazy stuff come out of Etruvian players, though. There's still a lot of health to be traded. There's a lot of mana to be spent before the game can officially be called. But I do feel pretty good. We're able to remove most of his minions using the Lava Slashers. We can also pop Homeostatic Rebuke without our minions actually killing themselves. Blood of Air. Is it a problem? No. Is it a bummer? Yes. He's deciding to run away. Let's replace the Rebuke right now. My best guess is he's not expecting me to have another Sunsteel, or he knows I'm running 3. I mean, from most of the deck archetypes I've seen, you run 3 of each card just because it consolidates your odds of getting the cards you want. There's very few decks that I even put 2 of anything in now, unless I really want to utilize a certain effect from a card. All this and more has just been tips that you guys have provided over this long time of learning how to play the game. That was just rude. Just rude. And now he's running away. Where does he get off? Let's move him right here. Drop him right here. Attack him right here. Move him to here. Buff our general. Get a little bit of health. You know, all in a day's work. And again, I like our current hand, so I'm just going to wrap up our turn. We've managed to maintain the aggressive nature that I think this deck really likes, while being able to control health. We've healed our general 6 health. I think we're pulling out the full kit of the deck. And you guys had fun watching this deck last week, so I'm having fun playing the deck this week. That was a powerful card. That was beyond powerful. That was absurd. And I was 100% not expecting that. I feel like he should be able to, with 8 mana and 4 cards, kill me from almost any distance. He's thinking it through. But I'm pretty sure it's GG. If it's not, great. But I think it's GG. Primarily because in order to win, we must kill that. Question is, how do I want to kill that? That's 4 damage. Did we do that in the wrong order? Oh, we didn't drop a golem. That's game. I messed it up. We could have survived. Yeah, I don't see a way out of it. If I thought for a chance that there was a way out of that, that's a bummer, to say the least. We hit rank 8, though, so that's a thing. And we got Venar for our quest, so we're going to probably rock out an Arcanist deck of some sort and just see what we can make happen. All right, so let's claim our free card. Click, click. Snow Rippler. Nice. All right, so yeah, I guess I don't... It's that moment where I'm like, really, just... I'd love to get a Magmar, but... running Venar is something that I know I can do well. So we're just going to hold on to the Venar quest, and we're just going to swap over, and we're going to start... Stun Mech is so tempting! Let's jump in and do the Vesper deck. I love my Vesper deck. It's a lot of fun. Maybe we'll do a couple Vesper matches and a couple Arcanist matches. Could be fun. So yeah, we're halfway through the video. So yeah, if you've made it this far, please feel free to give the video a like, give it a share, throw it out there. We're looking to grow the channel here. So if you know anybody who might be interested in some fairly average Duelyst content, feel free to toss this out there. Worst shameless plugging ever on the internet. All right. Where's my Sleet Flinger? Venar v Venar. He's got 400 wins with Venar, which is in fact a lot of wins with Venar. He's got the shiny general and everything. All right. We need Sleet Flinger. That is not Sleet Flinger. I am really not a fan of carrying that much mana out of my turn. At all. Nor am I a fan of having the Crystal Cloaker not with his bonus attack. He is taking his sweet old Venar time, isn't he? Whoop. Mana Death Grip, not too shabby. With the kill, which puts him above curve, which is not great for us. Sleet Flinger! Hello! How are you, sir? Hi. Name's Pheno. And we got the bear! Oh, it's all coming together right now. Oh, we've got the bear. We're going with 5 mana. We can drop this to neutralize anything he plays. We can then drop the bear first, then drop the wall, then buff the walls and the bear. Chromatic Cold, probably. He's going to silence it. He's clicking around. He's doing a bunch of stuff. That's 5. That's 5. That's Luminous Charge. And he didn't tag the mana. Interesting. Alright, so we are going to run Sleet Flinger up here. We are going to Chromatic Cold this. We're going to run our general over here. And we are then going to throw down our walls. And end our turn. I think that was the best way to get out of the Luminous Charge without taking a boatload of damage. There's the Chromatic Cold. All right. So we've got enough mana to do this. Let's replace the bear. All right. So we're not currently sitting on a super great deck, or hand. We are lacking card draw severely. A lot of what we've already played to eliminate his minions has, set us back a little bit. So deck-wise, we're at a severe disadvantage right now. It's an interesting decision. So I'm going to again replace the Borean Bear, which gives us the Vesperic Call, which gives us a better Borean Bear. I'll take the 4 damage. Alright, so there's the Harsh Sister. The question now is how can we get lethal? Why is that card a thing? And who runs that? Who? Who freaking runs that? Ugh. It's just one of those cards that I never think about. Like, seriously, who runs this? I think I've seen it played twice, and every time it gets played, I call total bull on it. We're in a really rough spot right now. That card just royally boned us. Like, royally boned us. We were doing really well until that happened. I've seen the card played twice, including this time, and both times it's been played has been insane to me. Like, absolutely insane. I'm not a fan of the fact that we are top decking. I am not a fan of any of this situation. I'm a fan of being able to get rid of this. Oh, man. I'm on the edge of my seat. I don't know about you guys. I don't like these really, really close matches. He's obviously going to scurry away. He was not expecting me to throw this over here. I actually don't see a lot of people run this card either. So I find it interesting that he is. He's playing walls. He's doing something. He's playing a bunch of something. Maybe another one of these, trying to lock me down. Nope, it is Gravity Well. I need a Harsh Sister right now. That's what I need. It's not a Harsh Sister. But it could be what I need. So we need Sleet Flinger. To destroy these three. He has failed us. Sleet Flinger, you have failed us. We have to get our general away from him. Ah! He was gonna go for him anyway. All he can do is block me. Whenever this minion deals 3 damage. So I think he'd make a really cute battle pet. It's like, I don't know what's going to happen. Legitimately, anything could happen right now. We're both pretty much just drawing cards from the top of our deck. He has a 1-card advantage. And he has the threats. So he's the one who's got potential threats coming. But he has to be able to block both angles from me in order to survive. If he can't block 2 minions, he loses. He just gave me lethal. Well played. I think we've played DMAC 3-2-1 before, and I think he actually beat us. I think we actually played him last week. We have lethal. That was nuts, though. That was a great match. Absolutely fantastic. Whew. We've definitely played DMAC before. I don't think he's in here. But we've definitely played DMAC before. Skarzig, look at you. Congratulations on Diamond. Derailed. No. Derailed. This should be fun. $600 wins. We've taken down bigger opponents today. Actually, really not a bad starting hand. I'm gonna replace this guy. He doesn't really fit in early game. Neither does he, but Let's replace him. Alright. So we're expecting a lot of provoke with a little bit of heal. Did he really just pop a martyrdom for that? He burnt all his turn 1 mana for that. What does he do? Whenever this minion damages a general, put a random battle pet into your action bar. Sure. We do have the Chromatic Cold for a little bit of silence. We've also got Sleet Flingers. You guys all know how much I enjoy my Sleet Flingers. So let's see what he does. I mean, there's the Provoke, as expected, right on cue. Can't be targeted by spells. Luckily for this dispels a space and not a minion. Or, yeah. You guys know what I mean. So we've ramped up incredibly nicely. We can drop Borean Bear next turn, and then drop Sleet Flinger or vice versa. If we do it vice versa, we don't get the buff to the Borean Bear, but we get the Sling 2 damage. It will really come down to what we need in the moment. In this particular instance, we're just going to silence the minion altogether. No point in dealing with it. And we'll drop the bear. Good luck. Have fun. So either he forgot to hit the end turn button right here, or he's doing this intentionally. If he's doing it intentionally, he'll click the button right now. Or not intentionally. He's definitely doing it intentionally. It's just a low move. It's something I have seen. Seems to be a fairly common practice. Alright, so I actually think there's a better play here. And that play is drop bear right here to deal 2 damage there, and then run him in, which actually gives us 3 mana. We can drop an additional Sleet Flinger here. Move him up. And hit for 6. Which gives us Rock. Rock is not very good. So he makes for very good replacement fodder. We've got Vespertide. So we're going to be able to buff up the Borean Bears and murder anything he drops. going into this next turn with 6 mana. And this is whenever this minion is attacked, so Sleet Flinger should not affect it. It also is very irrelevant when silenced. That's lethal. Pheno plays! We just gotta pick the decks that we know, and I can make this deck work. I feel like it helps me as a still fairly average player, I would say. I definitely don't think I'm good by any means of the imagination. If you do think I'm good, I would love to know your thoughts on my skill level down in the comment box below, if you think I'm good. Otherwise, you can feel free to keep that to yourself. Alright. Let's start out with the bear. And let's replace the second bear, see if we can get Sleet Flinger. We did not get Sleet Flinger. What does that do? Cannot move next turn. I mean, it's kind of rude. Get buffed, little bear. Get buffed. Ooh, nice. So he is ranged. So he's most likely going to pick that off. However, next turn we do go into a fun turn with Hydrogarm. Does Hydrogarm deal damage? Deal 1 damage. No, it took 2 mana. No! Oh, Pheno, you're such a jackass. I thought I was going to be so clever. I thought for sure, but it took 2 mana, and I messed that up. We have Sleet Flinger now, though. But in order for Sleet Flinger to be any good, we need this gone. That's dirty. It's really dirty. We should have silenced this. We messed that up big time. I know, guys. However, Slate Flinger is going to allow us to redeem ourselves. With a full board nuke. And we get the Chromatic Cold. I'm not really entirely sure what this guy's doing. Obviously, he's going for some sort of ranged build. We've played Backlash before, too. We're starting to play people consistently. Probably because a lot of very similar players actually are in this part of ladder. All fighting each other to try to move up the ladder, but never making it. All right. How much health does he have? He has 5 health. Did that make a lot of sense? That is a ridiculously overpowered card that I've complained about in the past. The fact that it's at the end of the turn. There's no time for me to react to it. And the downside now, like, this card is nuts. It's just so nuts. Oh, you little shit, running away. What are you doing? We are in trouble now. Is he wasting his attacks on the walls? One, two, three, 4, 5, 6. With spell damage / healing coming out. Ah, you've got to be kidding me. He ramped up slow. This Panda card literally won him the game. I don't think that there was any feasible way that he was going to win this match until he dropped that card. That is an absolutely bonkers card. I can't. There's nothing that I can get from that like... I can't, there's nothing... There was nothing I could do. Just, that was crazy. As soon as that card came down, that whole game just went the complete opposite direction. The card is nuts. And the one other time I've seen that card, I do not know what episode it was. There are like 70-something episodes now. But I said the same thing. That stupid Panda card is nuts. All right. Moving on from the Panda card rant. Let's see if we can come back. Not on my preferential side for starting. All right, so we know what we're up against a heal deck. So he's going to go for buffing his general via heals. I guarantee he's already got a heal card in his deck, or in his hand. The good news is we're going to be able to eliminate this creature. Unless he's got some form of silent... Well, I know he has forms of silence within his deck. But he's definitely getting it. We have silence, so we can always remove this as well. Shouldn't have done that, buddy. You could have had a friend in me, and you had to go do something so stupid like that. I'm not happy about that, buddy. I'm not. I'm really, you done made an enemy. You have done made an enemy out of me. Because now, I don't like this guy. And now, I really just kind of want him to die. The downside is that I can't freaking reach him. It's okay, little buddy. You'll be remembered. Oh, that was way more work than it should have been. Had to kill my poor little sleet flinger. Of course, you're not worried about trading. You're planning on just healing up for the next 10 turns. We've seen iterations of this deck in the past. We may also be some of the luckiest people in the universe. We're still not sitting in a incredibly great spot, all things considered. We've managed to mitigate some of the low game, including her damage going up, her healing. She's sitting on 6 mana with 3 cards. She played nothing, which I find very interesting and scary. Probably because she knows I'm just going to nuke whatever she does try to play. I'm not feeling the urge to be overly aggressive. What? Destroy all minions in a 3x3 area and turn their spaces into hollowed ground. Wow. Well, me thinksies, that is crazy. All right, let's see what else she's got up her sleeve. Still a Vesper. Comes down to this. It really doesn't. She can just do that and eliminate my artifact. Nope, lethal. Well played. I feel like we could have won that had I not been so bad. I feel like that's what it came down to. I feel like I hit this plateau in some games where I'm convinced I'm going to win, and then I don't. And I am noticing a issue with this deck. Card draw is severely lacking. And I continue to struggle with keeping a well-fed deck. Spelljammer might be something we have to add. It's continuing to look more and more likely, I should say, that Spelljammer is something that we need. Some form of card draw, anyway. And we just don't currently have it. See, it's not Infiltrate, and that makes me very sad, because I can't get him over there enough. I was really, really looking for Sleet Flinger. I feel like this deck relies so heavily on Sleet Flinger. I like the Borean Bear. I do think that the Borean Bear is a nice mix. I have no idea what I'm going to cut from the deck to put in some Spelljammers or some form of card draw. But we definitely need card draw in some aspect of play, and we currently just don't have it. It's really interesting that's how he did that. There's our Sleet Flinger. Next turn we go into 5 mana, so let's do this instead of playing Sleet Flinger. This turn, and then drop him next turn with the damage. Rather than giving him a shot at killing him, I would rather him... He's most likely going to run up, snag the mana, and drop a minion of some power. I'm out of liquid, which means this will be the last game for the day. He gave him right back to me. Which was probably not the brightest move. Get flung! Pew, 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 pew! Big damage. Alright. Don't get cocky, Pheno. We're low on cards, and this is where we always... This is the moment of the past 2 losses where things went wrong. Like, this is that moment. I would like to think that it can't go wrong from here. But it always can go wrong from here. You biscuit. Ugh. What do we get? Freebie! And now we're top decking. But we only need to punch him. My guess? He doesn't have enough for Saurian's... What I think it's Saurian's Call? Saurian something. He just ends it. Well played. No tip for you. I need my gold. Sorry, buddy. Wonderful. So we're going to end on rank 8. So we did make progress, which is really nice. We're 5 gold away, which is kind of insulting. But that is where we're going to wrap up today's video. Thank you all very much for watching. If you enjoyed this 2-hour-long episode of Duelyst, please feel free to give it a like, give it a share, and come back very soon for some more Duelyst. Feel free to check out some of the other great content here on the channel. Remember to hit that like button. If you're new here, remember to hit that subscribe button. Thank you all very much, and as always, till the next video.